what's going on, guys? Back for another episode of No Limits Garage. In the last episode, y'all saw we got the flare welded up, and what we still have left to do is cut the door line and a little bit of finishing up, cleaning up, making this body line right here just a little bit smoother. So that's what we're gonna get into today. So we're gonna start off with that door line. So there's a bunch of ways you can do this. I'm gonna try and attempt to take the jigsaw and try and cut this line as clean as I can, start there, and if that doesn't work, we'll move on to the angle grinder or whatever else I need to get this cut. So let's start with that. All right, now we've got the door jamb cut. We've got pretty decent door gaps. I gotta clean it up a little bit here and right here on this seam, but the door gap is pretty almost the same as factory. I still got a little welding to do here, a little clean up, but I still gotta build the patch panel for there, patch panel for the bottom of the door. So let's go ahead and make some templates and get ahead and get that cut out. I don't remember where we left off in the last video, but pretty much where we are now. I've gotten a little bit more work done on the Lexus, so let me show you where we're at. So right here, we've gotten the flare. It's not 100% done. I've still got a little bit more work to do, but I've gotten the door line cut. I threw a quick layer of body filler on there just to kind of smooth it out. Same inside the door jamb. Door shuts just as it should. Got the door gap pretty decent. It still needs a little bit of work, still a little bit more bondoing to do, but for the most part, she's pretty much done. So in today's episode, we're pretty much gonna be doing the same thing, getting as close as we can this side to match up with that. So I've still got, I went ahead and cut out the flare piece for it, and I have the lip piece for it right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take some measurements of the other side, start getting this lined up with that, and get it all as smooth and even as I possibly can. So let's go ahead and take some measurements. All right, after I took some measurements, I went ahead and tacked on the outer lip piece so that we can go ahead and start sizing up the actual flare parts. So first we got a little bit of cleanup to do on this, grinding down, getting rid of all the jagged edges and stuff. But after that, I'll go ahead and tack this up there or tape it up there and see what I need to trim, because it's cut a little bit bigger so that I have room to trim, measure once, cut once, and then do a lot of sanding after. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned up real quick, and then I'll go ahead and tape it up. Now that we kind of got it cleaned up a little bit more, you can kind of see what I'm talking about, how I had to do some more trimming and such. It's not quite perfect, but before I do any trimming, I'm gonna take and hammer this edge, kind of like roll it over a little bit with my hammer and dolly set that I got, so that it kind of makes the transition from body to flare just a little bit smoother. So let's go ahead and get to that. we just got it tacked up right up there on the top right now because we still got just a little bit of trimming to do, but I wanted it to kind of stay in place. The tape wasn't really working that well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this side. Let's put a couple more tacks, trim this down, because that's really the only part that needs to be trimmed, because this will butt up just like it's supposed to. But right there, as you can see, it's still got a little bit of an overhang. So we're gonna go ahead and mark that, trim it, and then add some more tacks and just keep tacking around it till I get it all held together. So we've pretty much got it flared. We got most of the welds ground down. It still needs the door jamb cut out, and it still needs to be bonded and all, but I'm getting hot, I'm getting tired, my back's starting to hurt. So we're gonna pick this up in the morning. I'm gonna call it here for now, and catch you guys in the next clip. All right, so where we left off yesterday was we pretty much got this tacked on, welded up, and ground down for the most part. So what's next is cutting out the door jamb to match the door jamb on the other side. So I'm gonna grab my template, go ahead and mark it out, and then get cutting. All right, now that we got the door line all marked out, we can take a combination of the jigsaw and the angle grinder and go ahead and get this cut out. So let's get to it. So we got the door jamb cut out, door is open now. So now what the next step is to build the patch plate that goes from here and fills in this, and then the same for the underside of the door. So we're gonna go ahead and use some cardboard aided design to go ahead and map that out. So let me just dig through my scrap pile here, find a piece that's pretty big that'll probably be good for that. And this piece will work. Grab a piece of cardboard, and you pretty much just stick it in there, trace it, and make your templates. So let's do that real quick. All right, so now you can see what I was talking about, the little patch panels there. So I got that one and that one cut out. So next is to transfer this and this to some sheet metal and go ahead and get to welding. All right, now that we got our templates transferred, we can go ahead and cut these out. So, and now we got them cut out. Now we can go ahead and take these, clean up the edges, and start tacking it in place, getting it lined up and everything. So let's get to it. Door side patch panel's pretty much done. Now all that's left is to do the patch panel on the bottom. It's pretty much the same process. Tack it on, hammer it to shape, tack some more, weld it out. But then we'll go ahead and call it quits here for this video. I know it's a lot of the same stuff. Just kind of cutting, welding, more cutting. But I promise it'll get interesting soon. soon we start on the fronts, then we start doing the body work and a couple other things. Still got to rebuild the front wheels, but that's pretty much it for this video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Peace.